Hey everyone, I'm Neal, bringing you another episode of the Flags Only podcast. And today I have on a highly decorated flag football athlete, Izzy Geraci. Izzy is a wide receiver for Team USA. She is a gold medalist. She won gold in 2024 in Finland. She just won silver in Dusseldorf in Germany. So she goes around the world and wins medals. And fingers crossed, Izzy, I hope you're going to win another medal in LA in 2028. But she is a big fan of Ted Ginn Jr. I read that. So if you know, you know. Maybe we can talk about
Yeah,
that about Ted later. I'm a
for
Niners fan.
sure.
I'm a Niners fan, and so Ted has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
And just most recently, she was announced as the newest ambassador for Tomorrow Sports. So, Izzy, thank you for joining and welcome to the pod.
Thanks so much. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so obviously you're starting to reach heights, like some insane heights right now. But like before we get to there, I was just saying that I talked to Benita a couple of weeks ago, and I've talked to Maxime Lavallee from Team Canada. And I always like to like try to go back to the roots of like the origin story of like how did you get started in flag? How did that all begin? Obviously, we're going to spend some time talking about your career now and what you're doing and everything, and looking forward to the future. But like, walk me through it. How did you get into flag? What brought you here?
Yeah, I actually got into football at the age of 7. So 2007, I started playing football here in Ohio, in North Ridgeville, which is where I'm from. And the flag that I grew up playing at age 7 and 8 was 11 on 11, all boys, wore helmet, padded pants, everything but the shoulder pads. Basically just in prep for tackle football. So you kind of get the basis of the game. Um, and I originally wanted to play football because of the Buckeyes and because of the Browns and growing up watching them. And I asked my parents, like, why can't I play? And they were like, well, I don't see why not. So kind of got into football at a super young age. And that was really like truly my first love. I played basketball and did that in college. It's what kind of got me through it. But it was always like football had a special place in my heart. And I found flag as soon as I finished college in 2023. Finished my 5th year, heard about it, heard talks of the Olympics. And I was in Charlotte at the time, and I kind of just started playing in local leagues. I spoke to Madison Fulford at the time, who I did not know. I just reached out, heard she was on the national team, and she
Mm.
kind of pointed me in the right direction. And so I just followed whatever she said, and kind of got me in the right light. Got scouted for the national team, and 3 years later, here we are. So it's been 3 years on the national team, 3 years playing, and it has been the most amazing ride, and continues to be the most amazing ride ever.
Yeah. It's like so incredible right now. I think this is going to change as the sport becomes more mature and continues to evolve. But like, Benita found flag from a Google search because like she and her college friend were like, man, we're bored. What should we do?
Yeah,
And like, just to be like, I feel like that's like, we're going to reach a point where, these kids, these girls, these women, men, like they just start playing flag from a young age. We're going to have these like really developed pipelines. And yet, right now,
right.
we're still at a point where, folks like you just sort of came to it in kind of an organic way. And it's just like, I don't know. I always get like emotional in my podcast because I feel like we're in this like really special moment in time that is going to look like really, I don't know. I don't want to say like funny, but like looking back on this moment in 10 years is going to be an interesting experience.
Yeah.
I have cousins from like Akron and Cleveland, and so I feel like being a Browns fan could turn you off from football, but at least you have the Buckeyes. So yeah, you have
Yeah,
that.
it's a good balance.
Yeah, exactly. And so like obviously you just got back from Dusseldorf. Maybe not the result exactly that you guys wanted, but I mean, you had an incredible run up until the last game. I was like watching as much as I could. It was like really early in the morning sometimes, and like
Yeah.
I'm a zombie if I don't get 7 hours, so I tried my best. I mean, it was an insane tournament. Just like it was so fun to watch, but like how was Dusseldorf? How was that for you?
It was an amazing experience. I think the like overall tournament, the way that IFAF put it on was extremely well done. It was the best that we've ever been a part of. Um, it was just really cool how, the German fans showed out. Like everybody kind of showed out. Like everyone was there to support the sport. Which was really exciting to see how much it's grown over the years and over the months, really. But from a competition standpoint, I mean, it was World Games was extremely competitive, but I think like every team now you're seeing like everyone's stepping up their game. Like every game was close for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like an insane level of competition, and to be able to see that like teams are really pouring into the sport and making their organizations better is so exciting. I think that just shows the growth of football, growth of flag, really. But I mean, yeah, like you said, for us, it was not what we wanted, not what we, wanted to do, set out to do. But I think with the team that we have, there's a bright future. Like we're really young.
Yeah.
And I'm just like so beyond excited to continue to work with these girls. And obviously they're going to continue to scout for new athletes in America. So we're just going to continue to try and get better. And focus on the future really. But I thought we had a great tournament. It was every game was gritty, hard. We fought for everything. So it was, came down to that last game and a few plays. So there's things you can be better at, and we're gonna sit down and look at the film again. But yeah, I was very proud of us and very excited, especially for Akemi being so young and really having to run our offense at the age of 17, which is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts. No, it was like you said, I feel like every game came down to the wire. It was like probably I was just watching from the United States and I was stressed out for like 4 days straight, just like watching everything. So I can't imagine what
Yeah.
you guys were going through. Yeah, I mean, it's such a so like one of my podcasts I did, I was like thinking about how is flag football kind of similar to basketball in the way where like originally the USA was like at the top of its game and it's like gotten more and more competitive as other countries have gotten more mature with their sports and like there's like a lot more parity now and it's just like such a like funny position for you to be in and for USA athletes where gold is like the standard and like you guys just got a silver medal and you're like we have a ticket to the Olympics and like I watched like the guys who won, I think it was the Canada guys when they won
Yeah.
bronze and they were just like so thrilled
Yeah.
and then like it's funny how like losing in that final championship and getting silver is like almost a disappointment when it's obviously
Yeah.
a massive accomplishment. So
Thank you.
hats off to you.
Thank
Um,
you.
I'm going to ask you one question that don't get mad at me. So you guys have lost, I think, to Canada twice now in a row. Like they beat you at the rivalry series, right? By like a point.
Yeah, I mean that was a scrimmage, but yeah.
I know, but is Canada like are they the hottest team in flag right now? Like what are they doing that makes them hard to beat?
I think their growth over the years since I've been on the team has been insane, like tremendous. Like you can tell that they're pouring into their organization. I mean, I don't talk to them enough, but I know at points, maybe it was even last year where they had to like pay their way to tournaments and stuff, and they couldn't really like it was coming out of their pockets. Um, and I don't know if that's changed, but I know that I think I've heard someone say they have more time together now. So you can tell that they're really like pouring into this organization and being the best that they possibly can. And it shows on the field for sure. Like their chemistry and everything, like you can tell that they're playing together a lot, which is really awesome to see. So yeah, I mean, I would say they're definitely, I mean, I feel like it is a lot of the time us, Mexico, and them. And it's just like that three head to head every single time. And I know Mexico had some injuries too. So even them, considering that, us considering that,
Yeah.
we lost Linnea, and I mean, that was a brutal blow. But Kendra stepping up was unbelievable, and Brooklyn stepping up in rush. And but yeah, I mean, Canada's definitely continuing to build, and it's you could see that on the field for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you said, just the amount of the competition, the level of competition was just really, really fun to watch. I did feel
Yeah.
like the amount of unsportsmanlike conduct flags was like pretty annoying for me to watch. And I was like, it was like really ticky.
Got one for the first time ever.
Yeah, it just I don't know. I was like, I think maybe we can talk to tomorrow about when they launch their league. We can clean up the unsportsmanlike stuff. Um,
Yeah, the holding is getting a little unnecessary too. I think
yeah, yeah. I
it's
know they're
like
trying.
not, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. And so obviously there was some like huge news today that dropped about you joining Tomorrow Sports as an ambassador along with Vanita, who was just announced a couple weeks ago, and then Ashley Clam a month ago or so before that. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what are you excited about, and like, what are you looking forward to building with Tomorrow?
Yeah, I am extremely excited, blessed to be working with tomorrow in the NFL. What they're building is truly, the first of its kind. Like they really, want to do it right, and you can tell they're involving people that know what they're doing. And just to be able to think that as flag football players, we'll be able to make a living off of the sport that we love so much. Is really crazy to say out loud and think. And as I'm sitting here in my car, I'm outside of my family's jewelry store where I work currently, and it's technically my last day. So being able to say that like I can give up working a normal job to focus on playing my sport that I love is, really wouldn't be possible without the group of tomorrow in the NFL. So I'm extremely excited. The partnership, the ambassadorship is really just to kind of push this movement, to grow this league, get all the best players in the world involved, and then obviously compete at the highest level. So I'm just extremely excited, especially to be beside Vanita and Ashley to do it. So
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm so ready for it to start. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be incredible. Did you give your family 2 weeks notice, or are you just like, well, your family, so
we've been communicating this, like it's been a long while of
okay.
like, hey, I think we might have to work on some things, because we figured this would happen at some point.
Yeah.
And now it's finally here. So yeah, we actually have a new hire. I'm in there training her right now.
Okay.
She's awesome. I'll be around too. So
Right. The onboarding. Yeah, I've been there, and I'm sure they're not holding it against you. It's such a
no.
cool opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so I think I asked Benita this. I'll ask you. So like you're going to be involved. I'm sure the contours of like your involvement is still being figured out, which is part of the fun part about like building something from nothing is that you can just make it your own and everything. But like, I assume you're gonna try out, right? Like, I'm not really sure what an ambassador is, but like, I assume you're gonna try
Yeah,
teams, and then you have your eyes on LA 2028, no doubt.
for sure. Yeah, I'm focused on playing in this league, growing the league, and then obviously competing at the national team level, for USA. There's nothing more honorable than being able to rep the red, white, and blue. So, and then yeah, competing in LA is the focus as well.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, I know you're busy and you're on your media blitz, and you were kind enough to talk to me. So I'm just going to ask you one more question, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, this is something I ask everyone, and like going back to that idea of flag still being like a very nascent sport, like everyone comes to it from those different angles. What would you recommend to anyone out there who wants to get involved in flag, whether it's just rec league or whatever? What's your recommendation for folks?
I'd say reach out to people who are involved in the sport. The way that I got into it was talking to everybody that I possibly could.
Yeah.
I used social media to kind of like do that outreach. I got into Facebook groups. But I think like for younger girls and younger boys that want to get into the sport, it's important to know like it's a sport that doesn't discriminate.
Yeah.
Like you can be whatever size, whatever age, whatever, and you can find a position on the field to play. I think that's the coolest part about it. And I've gained brothers, sisters through the sport, so it's treated me really well. And people that I know, I'm going to have friendships for life. And then obviously the ability to compete, and like just nothing tops competition, and being able to fight for a win is like a great feeling. But the community that's really in the flag football space is amazing. So I would tell people like you're looking for that, like join flag.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Like the community, again, like I get to talk to you, I get to talk to others, and I'm just like some guy in glasses who like plays in a rec league and I'm like not very good. And like yet I get to talk to folks and everyone's really nice to me. So yeah, the flag community is incredible.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know you're super busy with your media blitz and you have to go train your replacement at the store. But yeah, no, I really appreciate it. I'm like so excited, Izzy, to like watch how this all gets built and what you guys accomplish. I'm rooting for you, and just really appreciate you hopping on the pod with me.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. This was awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Izzy.
Thank you.
Bye.